everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me for another vlogmas video. So today we are kind of doing a fun video. This is a tattoo tag video from a few years ago by one of my all-time favorite YouTubers, qcknd. So I believe the idea for this video originally came from a tweet that she came across, and then she kind of developed it into like a whole tag video with questions. So I will link the original tweet if I can find it, and then I'll also link qcknd's original video. But basically today we are playing a little game called Could You Survive with Only Your Tattoos? So the main question is like, if you were going into like a battle or like a zombie apocalypse situation with only the items that you have tattooed on you, how would you do? Like, would you survive this situation? And then from that, there's some other scenarios that we can talk about as well. Okay, so first of all, zombie apocalypse, end of the world battle, would I survive? So I do have a tattoo of a sword on my wrist, so I feel like that would come in handy, definitely. I also have a tattoo of Lucifer as the serpent in the Garden of Eden, so I feel like Satan being on your side in a battle, like maybe that's helpful, maybe you would survive, I don't know. But I also have a tattoo of an angel. I have this little cherub angel, so I feel like, okay, Satan and the angel, like forces of good and evil supporting me in this battle, maybe that would also be helpful. I also have a tattoo on my ankles that says violent delights, which is from Romeo and Juliet. The whole line is these violent delights have violent ends. So I don't know, maybe that's a bad omen, maybe we're not doing so well in the battle, or maybe that's like what I would state to my opponent. These violent delights have violent ends, like you're gonna die? I don't know. Okay, so from there's like some other fun questions to kind of just think about. Like if you only had the items tattooed on you, like could you accomplish X, Y, or Z? So the first one of those is, could you eat or prepare a meal with your tattoos? So I do have a tattoo that says art is food, and I have a lot of art tattooed on me. So if art is food, then I guess yes. I think the only like true food tattoo I have is a tattoo of grapes. It's right here. So I guess I can eat some grapes. I don't think that's a super nutritious meal for like a long-term situation, but yes, I could eat a snack. By the way, I do have a full tattoo tour where I go into detail talking about all of my tattoos, so I will link that up here if you guys want to go and watch that. Okay, the next question is, could you furnish a space with your tattoos? I believe that the only like furniture related tattoo that I have is a tattoo of a chair. It's my Johnny chair, which is right here. It's kind of hard to show, but I do have a chair tattoo. I think that that's the only thing that would be like a furnishing. I'm like looking at my arm to see what else there is. I have a bouquet of flowers. Actually, I have a couple of bouquets of flowers, so that could be decor for the home, but there's something to put it on, so I don't know how that would work. Next, could you plant a garden with your tattoos? Why, yes, I could. I have a whole bunch of vines and leaves and flowers and roses and all sorts of that type of imagery, so planting a garden, no problem. I do think the garden would be more like leaves and plants rather than like flowers. I don't have a lot of flowers. I have a few, but most of my tattoos are like leafy type of plants instead of flowering plants. Could you open a zoo with your tattoos? Yes, a small zoo. I have a few animals tattooed on me. So I have multiple snakes. I think I have 2 snakes. I have 2 birds. Actually, no, 3 birds. I have a nightingale, a lark, and a swan. So 3 types of birds in this zoo. I also have a leopard tattoo, so fun big cat, exotic animal in the zoo. I have a tattoo of a dog. I don't know if that's really a zoo animal, but why not? And I have a tattoo of mermaids. So maybe this is, again, an exotic zoo with exotic creatures never before seen on this earth. Okay, the next one is, can you create an outfit with your tattoos? And I think the answer is just straight up no. Like, I don't think I have any clothing tattoos. I guess I have a tattoo of Beatrice from Dante's Inferno. She's right here, and she's wearing like a gown. So I guess if that counts, sure, I could wear this like old school style like nightgown thing. And then I also have a tattoo of like the 3 muses. This tattoo is so hard to show on camera, but here it's upside down. But this is the same sort of thing. They have these like gowns on, so I guess if that counts, yes, at least I am wearing clothes. Outfit might be a strong word because I feel like a gown with no accessories, is that an outfit? I don't know. Okay, next, using just your tattoos, what type of store or business could you open? So definitely an art gallery. A lot of my tattoos are based on like fine art pieces. So I guess if you wanted to translate those back into their original forms, definitely an art gallery. Definitely a bookstore. Again, if we want to translate things back to like what their inspiration was, I have a lot of tattoos that are inspired by Shakespeare and other books. So maybe a bookstore. I also have a tattoo of books, or a book. So there's that. And then like we said before, definitely like a plant shop or flower shop, definitely leaning more towards the plant side of things. Next, could you spend the day with something that's tattooed on you? Probably yes for many of these things, but my number one choice, if I had the choice, would be I have a tattoo of Marina Abramovich, and I would love to spend the day with Marina. I would lose my freaking mind if I could spend the day with her. So that would be my number one pick. Other than that, I have a tattoo of Mike Adams' dog, Copper. I have kind of spent the day with Copper before when I've been tattooed, so would love to do that again, 10 out of 10. And also my Johnny chair tattoo. I have spent many a day sitting on a Johnny chair, so I suppose that that has already happened. Next, could you write a poem with words that are tattooed on you? So I have a few word tattoos, but they're all pretty brief. So I have remember to react, pouring forth much, art is food, and violent delights. So that's what, like maybe 10 words. I don't really know if you can make a poem out of that. Maybe like a E.E. Cummings style poem where there's like a lot of spaces and like everything is laid out in a really decorative way. Perhaps, but I'm kind of limited with what I'm working with. And the last question is, could you reenact a movie using your tattoos? I don't really think so. Like nothing is coming right to my mind. I don't have a lot of like pop culture related tattoos or like anything that would easily be associated with the movie. I think you could maybe come up with something like there's a documentary about Marina Abramovich, maybe something like that. But I think like all the images put together, like maybe if somebody had a tattoo of like stuff from Harry Potter or something, you could say, oh yeah, Harry Potter. But I don't really have a lot of tattoos that are like easily associated with something like that. So nothing is coming to my mind, so I will say no. And those are all the questions for this video. I thought this was really fun. This is a tag video, so technically you're supposed to tag other people that you want to make this video. I do not, unfortunately, have a lot of YouTube friends yet, so anyone out there, if you want to make this video, I would love to see it. Tag me if you make it, and I will definitely watch your video. Definitely head over to qcknd's page and watch her original video, check out the original tweet, and until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Bye!